Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've done this, and I chose the right way to do it with an Avatar. What is it? It's the Last Airbender episodes tier list. I don't think these are all of them. I think these are just some of them. I think. I also am confused why obviously it's to mock the Great Divide. I mean, it's not the worst. But I mean, it's not the best, so I mean, I guess the Great Divide has to go into Great Divide. Like some of these are a little confusing. Like I didn't know at first glance. I didn't know what episode this is. Okay, let's just get this rolling here. Oh wait, shit. I'm getting frazzled here. Okay, well, let's just speed run that. No. The best episode by far is the Tales of Ba Sing Se. I don't think anyone else can say any other episode. I mean, you can say other episodes like rival it or something, or it's like on the same wavelength. But I don't think it's really like justified to do that because it's such a fucking great episode. Like, especially the Tales of Iroh. Wait, no, that's. Oh wait, this is where Katara actually learns waterbending, I think, or gets a master. It was a pretty good episode. I would give it A. It wasn't perfect, but I mean. It showed how strong Katara was and how great a waterbender she was, and the inequality between waterbenders. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I liked this episode. I mean, there wasn't much, but I liked how Aang was just trying to interact like the normal kid he wanted to be, and not being just known as the Avatar. I liked how he could just go undercover and act like anyone else. And then him waking up. The awakening. This one hit hard, actually. We'll put it here. I know I'm putting a lot of them here. He didn't want to fail the world a second time. And it showed that he didn't want to be kept a secret. That he didn't want everyone to think he had left again or was dead again. Because the painted lady spirit. I liked it, but it wasn't much. Actually, okay. I actually like this episode. I was gonna put it in B. Mistake. It actually showed that no matter what, Katara wants to help everyone, and it shows more about her character. And I really enjoyed that episode. What the fuck is this? Oh. Okay, so this is a jet. Okay, so I feel that this episode shows greatly how people can just go into a blind rage and not, like, consider all the details, like how Jet was. And I really liked how they did that. Why is this chair squeaking so goddamn much? Like, you hear that? Like, every fucking movement. Might as well just grab a fucking kitchen chair. Goddamn. This arm is also really loose. That is a lot of movement. Goddamn. Anyway, let's get back. The spirit. Not really a fan of how they just introduced that. But it wasn't horrible. It wasn't. This may offend some people. It wasn't as bad as Legend of Korra did it. They actually did good with how they presented it, but it was still kind of stupid how they just introduced the lion turtle. But I digress. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. It should put like the names in them because I can't discern from, like, yeah, I know, but I mean some of them like are confusing. Okay, so this is the episode. This is the Blind Bandit episode. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Here you are safe. It was pretty good. A lot of people might not agree with my list. That's fine. I'm just expressing how I feel in the moment. Like, this is just first time doing this. This isn't like articulated. This is just me saying what episodes I liked. Is this all the episodes? These are all the well-known episodes, I guess. I'm gonna give it a B. Oh, I didn't discuss how. It showed the corruption in Ba Sing Se from the Dai Li and Long Fang, and that they were taking control of the Earth King, and the Earth King didn't even know that there was a war. Like, I don't know how the fuck you don't know there's a war. Like, where all the refugees come from and shit. As you know, I conducted a raid on the great library that some said didn't exist, even though it was fucking it was mentioned barely twice offhand in the show, and then they mentioned it like 20 times in the movie. And we're not even gonna see this library because they didn't get a fucking second movie because it sucked. And that is also the episode where Aang tragically loses Appa because sandbenders snuck up on Toph, and she couldn't. It was sand, so she couldn't really see, and plus she was holding up the library as Wang Shitong was sinking it. So she didn't want everyone to sink, so she was holding it up and couldn't save Appa. And Aang, coming out of the library, noticing that, he lashed out at her because he really cares for Appa because it's almost the last thing he has from his culture. And they're literally, I think, best friend? Like, they're literally life partners. Like, everywhere Aang goes, Appa is accompanied, pretty much. Anyway. This, actually, I'm not gonna go in order. Appa's Lost Days was alright. I'm probably gonna get, heat for this. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I liked the episode, okay? I enjoyed it. But I found it was too long of an arc. It was like it felt too long to me. Like it was just, yeah. It just felt too long for me. Like, I get we need to cram all, we need to explain Appa's story, but it's I don't know, it just felt like it was too long. Oh, I love the blue spirit. It shows Zuko's, the episode was meant to show that Zuko and Aang, like, fight well when together, and the only thing that's their downfall is when they're fighting away from each other, when they're not fighting together. And it shows, and it, like, kind of hints at, like, Zuko's eventual turn to the Team Avatar. I like it more than that episode because it showed that despite loving Katara, that he needed to do what was right for the world, I guess. No, he needed to do what was right and stop the Fire Nation from conquering Ba Sing Se and give everyone hope for the future. And then that sets us up for when they think he's dead because Azula strikes him with lightning. This one showed the arc that that Aang, despite his friend being captured, it showed he needed a different teacher who also waits and listens to the earth, and it set up Toph being a part of the group. It set up the blind bandit. Figures out where the famous line that he really is the last airbender. That he really is the last airbender. And he also finds Momo. He's not called Momo yet, and then Sokka wants to eat him, and then they both chase after Momo. Not Momo yet, but... And then that's when Aang realizes he's really the last airbender, when he sees Gyatso in a room dead. Or Gyatso's remains in a room with all firebenders. What is going on outside? Stop revving your engine! You don't fucking need to. I really like this episode. It's the episode where Toph teaches Aang how to earthbend. And it showed that Aang needed to stop thinking like an airbender and think solid and not be light on his feet and be rooted into the ground. And also Sokka got stuck and he was lost for a few days, and then that's where Aang learned to stand his ground by fighting off a moose lion. I think it was, anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. I like this episode. It was kind of an emotional one where he figured out where Sokka figured out Suki was captured, and they figured out that it was a trap, and that Sokka let his anger get to him. Like, he told the others not just to ignore, and then he didn't ignore what she said about Suki, so it was alright. This did a pretty good job of demonstrating what the spirit of Aang being in the spirit world, and it brought us wait, no, that's the final episode. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it just showed the spirit world and how, and it showed both Aang and the Heibai spirit that things will get better. I don't know. I think it was he handed him an acorn, showing that the forest will grow back, and they shouldn't be blinded by rage. I don't know. I'm making a tier list, and I really don't know what I'm talking about half the time, but I remember the episodes, I just don't know how to word it. So, if I offend you, let me know, because I have to, I don't know. I'm sometimes bad at clarifying things, and well, I'm recording my screen, it's like 12:24. Like, I haven't done anything today. This is the first real thing that I've done. Yay me. I like this episode because it shows that everyone in Avatar, The Last Airbender, it shows in that episode too, but in this episode it really demonstrates that, like the tree, the whole swamp is connected by the one tree, and that the same could be said about the whole world. And the four nations, for that matter, that the four nations they act different from one another, but they're really kind of just the same. It was one of the only times that Zuko actually laughed. And for that I give it a B. The way they did the pirates was pretty good, especially the assassination attempt. Because it set up Zuko's inevitable not inevitable, shows Zuko's plan to capture Aang at the Northern Water Tribe. I like this art because it shows how hopeful Katara is, and tries to talk some sense in the Earthbenders and give them hope again. And that all is not lost and they can rise up and fight. And I do like this episode, but it's a B. They did it pretty well. It was the episode where Zuko tells Team Avatar that he wants to be a part of their group and that he's good, but they don't trust him exactly, but Toph does, because she knows that he is telling the truth. And so there's a little bit of turmoil there, and then he gains a lot of their trust by killing Combustion Man. I mean, they gain trust from they get more comfortable with Zuko, I mean, from these. But I mean, that killing Combustion Man really sent a message that he was ready to change sides. Well, he helped kill Combustion Man. And then the last episode was pretty good. Everyone saw everything they wanted to see. The Fire Lord got his bending taken after Aang was struggling to come to grips with the fact he might have to kill the Fire Lord, even though that's against what the monks taught him. And then we get the thing we've been waiting for, the Aang and Katara romance at the end. And yeah, that's the tier list, I guess. I think I've covered most of it. Just checking over to see if I got everything. Yep, I did. I'm gonna put Appa's Lost Days a little higher. It's not bad. It's just a little long for my tastes. Anyway, if you want to see more tier lists, leave a comment down below, and I'll see y'all next time. That was a fucking hour? Jesus fucking Christ!